So I got another job for Amazon, but instead of being a driver, I work at an Amazon Fresh store. I can honestly say if you are looking for a second job or you want to work like part-time, maybe you're a student, you want to make a little bit of extra money, Amazon Fresh is perfect. But if you're curious about what being a Amazon driver might look like, I'll put a link right up here and you can check that out. But working at Amazon Fresh is very easy. It's very straightforward. Like, I love Amazon because they will literally hire anybody. So in this video, I'm gonna go over the hiring process, the onboarding / training process. We're gonna take a look at what a normal day is like, and then I'm gonna go through the pros and cons of working at Amazon Fresh. So thank you for watching. Stay tuned. So first things first, the hiring process. Getting hired was a piece of cake. This is literally the easiest job that I've ever applied for and just gotten hired for, just like that. I noticed that in my local area, we have this Amazon Fresh store opening up, right? It wasn't open yet, it just recently opened. And I looked online for job postings. I saw it was open. I hit apply. I answered a couple questions. You do a little quiz. And you kind of want to just give them the right answers, or the answers that you think they want to hear. And I got hired. I did a quick background check, and within a week, I got an email to onboard and do some job training. I didn't talk to anyone. I didn't have an interview or anything. I just got hired. I applied. Done deal. Super easy, super simple. And as a side note, there's a lot of different departments in an Amazon Fresh store. So when you're applying, you want to take a look at what department you're applying for. I work at the outbound department. It's honestly the best department to work for. All we do is we deal with Amazon Fresh online orders. So we bag groceries and we just hand them out to delivery drivers when they come and pick them up. It's very simple, very easy. There's like center store. They do the back end stocking and like unloading crates and stuff. They just kind of stock the shelves. That one's not bad either. There's the kitchen, which you really don't want to work for. The kitchen always looks understaffed. They look like they're having a really hard time. And then there's the front end of the store, which is like the cashiers, the people that deal with customers on a daily basis and stuff like that. I think there's another department, but I'm kind of forgetting right now. Oh, it's the returns department that handles like packages and deliveries and stuff like that. But in my opinion, you want to work for outbound or center store because those are the easier positions. Like if you don't want to talk to people and deal with customers, you kind of just want a chill job and do your thing and you get out. Outbound, center store, those are the ones. And also I'm considered a flex position, so we work part-time. Our maximum hours are under 20 hours a week, right? So I work under a flex position, which means that I can kind of schedule myself and work whenever I want, which is really convenient. I'll show you guys on the app, but scheduling is really nice. You can just pick up a shift and work whenever you want. So this right here is the Amazon A to Z app. You can see that right now I have a max hours of 40. That's only temporary right now because the store is a little new. So for flex positions, it's going to be max 20. I have 12 hours scheduled here, right? You're able to find shifts. There's no shifts available right now. So just as I was talking about earlier, you have to fight for shifts. And you can see that all these like shifts for tomorrow are taken. And those are the hours that I've worked. Like I've worked Monday, I've worked for 4 hours, you know. But the scheduling is very convenient. You can see tomorrow I work, Friday, Saturday. I scheduled myself for about 4 hours. You can see your pay rates right now. See, we only make $16.75 an hour, and we get paid every week, so that is nice and convenient. So right now today I'm waiting for shifts to drop at 6 o'clock if I want to work like 3 days in advance. They drop shifts. So that's how the scheduling works. It's pretty convenient. So moving on to onboarding and training. When you get the job, you're gonna get an email and it's going to say come in on this day for onboarding, right? And this is going to be a very boring day. Like you're just going to sit there, watch a PowerPoint, someone's going to do a presentation for you, and then you're going to look and watch these boring videos on these iPads for like 5 to 6 hours. It's so boring. I was so tired. Nobody wanted to be there. It was very boring. You kind of don't really learn that much, but you really save that for the training process, which is what we'll get to. And then at the end of that, you get your uniforms, you get your badges, and your work stuff pretty much. Onboarding is very boring, and yeah, that's pretty much all there is to it. And then moving on to the first day and what a normal day is probably going to look like while you're there. On my first day, I followed around one of my coworkers, someone that knows what they're doing, and they're just going to explain how things go. It's very easy. Like, I'll show you guys in some videos in just a second, but it is so simple. It may look complicated at first, but once you do like one go around, you kind of understand how to, bag the groceries and drop them off to people. So this is what the back area looks like. You're going to be using these carts to do the deliveries. And this is the CT scanner. You're going to be using this the entire shift, right? So you can see I have all of these bags here for this specific order. It could be multiple orders, but you're just bagging whatever the order tells you to. Like here I have Nutter Butters. So I go to the aisle where it is. It tells you exactly where everything is. You go, you scan the item, and then once you scan the item, it tells you what bag to put it in. So it says bag number 8. I put it in bag number 8. And also there's numbers on the side to tell you which bag is which one. That way you don't get disorganized. And once you put the item in the bag, you scan the bag. Everything is programmed. Everything is very easy to follow along. Now once a bag is finished, like you've completed the bag, you put a sticker on it, you seal it just like this, and then you scan that bag to tell the program that it's done, and you just move on to the next item. So you can see I probably got like 40 items. And how many items you get are just going to depend on how many are available at the moment. And once you finish with your cart, it's going to tell you exactly where to put the items for the delivery drivers to come get eventually. So right here you can see that I start with the ambient section, and then I move on. So you pretty much scan everything almost all of the time to tell the program exactly like where you're going to put things. So even when you're stowing things away on the shelves, you put them away on the shelf and you scan that shelf. That way things don't get lost or disorganized. Like right here, I'm putting things away in the chiller section, things that need to be kept kind of cool or frozen, like probably things that can melt. And then I'm grabbing the bags, scanning, and then scanning exactly where I put them. So it's pretty simple. So let's get into the pros and cons of the job. Starting with the pros is the flexible hours. I love that I'm able to just kind of schedule myself on the app whenever I want. Like, we work increments of 4-hour shifts, so you could stack 2 and make it an 8-hour if you want, but typically I just work a 4-hour shift. It's very convenient. I get in there, I get out, done. The job is very straightforward. You know exactly what you need to do, and the managers don't really like micromanage you. They're not really telling you to, hey, come on, do this and do that, you're too slow or whatever. You kind of just, you spend a lot of time by yourself just bagging the groceries and doing things. So I love that, and it's a great environment. Like, your coworkers will probably be cool. They'll probably be, it's fun. It's very easy. It's a very chill job. Even sometimes like your department won't be busy, so you go and help out the stockers or whatever, and sometimes I've been stocking shelves and stuff like that. It makes the time go by really fast. It's pretty easy. There's nothing really that difficult about the job, so it is a perfect gig. And moving on to the cons, the first thing is going to be the pay. We don't really get paid that much. Honestly, it's kind of dirt. Like, it is very little. We're making $16.75 an hour. I would hope to make at least 20, but for the convenience and the scheduling, it's pretty good still. But I wish we got paid a lot more, I'm not gonna lie. Another con is that you're gonna be fighting your coworkers for shifts, because they only release a certain amount of shifts in advance. Like, for us, it's like every day around 6 o'clock, they drop like 10 shifts. And everyone in your department is going to be fighting for those shifts. So those shifts are gone on the app in like 15 seconds. Like, if you're not on it, you're gonna miss a shift and you're gonna miss that entire day of work. So that's something that you kind of have to be ready for, and you kind of have to deal with. You're gonna be fighting for hours because there's so much people. Another con is that it can kind of get repetitive. I know that when I'm there for an 8-hour shift, I get kind of bored because I'm doing the same thing over and over again for 8 hours. You're just bagging the groceries, you're putting them in bags, you're doing the same thing. Bada 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 bam bam bam. and it gets kind of repetitive. Another con will be dealing with rude customers. Sometimes, you know, you'll get people that just come in and kind of have a bad attitude, and they ask you where things are, and they kind of like just rub you the wrong way. It's just something you're kind of gonna have to deal with because it's a grocery store, so you get all types of characters in there. But most of the time, people are pretty nice. So that is pretty much all there is to it. Working at Amazon Fresh, I actually really like it, way more than being a driver, of course. It's very convenient. If you're looking for another gig, if you're in college, you want a part-time job, this is perfect. I promise you, it's great. So I hope you liked the video. I hope you learned something, and let me know if you get a job at Amazon Fresh. Thank you. Peace.